You can come into the dressing room after a game, boys, and you can have your head hung down because you're pissed off with the result. You're pissed off with whatever happened on the scoreboard. But you can't come in here and hang your head because you can't look your teammates in the eyes knowing that you didn't empty the tank and leave it all out there. Success is when you can give everything you got, and you know you did it, and you did it together. That's success, okay? The score clock takes care of itself if you worry about your one-on-one battles, your own job, and being ready every single shift that you're on the ice. These guys are not the Montreal Canadiens, okay? But I got news for you. They're a good hockey team. We're a good hockey team. So let's make sure, boys, it's on right now. The warm-up is hard and crisp. Every single shift you're sitting on the bench, you're mentally prepared and ready to go. And every single shift is like Game 7 overtime, boys. Play with confidence, make hard plays, make smart decisions. But this is a playoff game in our mind, boys, okay? This is the type of preparation we put into it. This is the type of mentality you have to have. Be ready to go 45 minutes.
After a record season in the GMAA, the Lions are now beginning their quest to be champions. They play Collège Regina Assunta today in the quarterfinal game. In GMAA playoffs, it's all or nothing. If they win, they move on, but if they lose, their season ends.
Hey boys, this is why we play. We worked all season for this moment. So go out and seize that moment. Boys, play our game and have fun. Have fun. It's our barn. Go out and play our game and have some fun. On D, Pepe, hey! Hardy, hey! Up front, LT, hey! Juice, hey! G, hey! In the pipes, Motown. Hey!
And I think by Christmas we kind of knew that we had a really good thing going with our team and that we were the team to beat, not like Cooper and Loyola. And I think that, you know, after everything, after 4 tournament championships, finishing first overall, I mean, it was almost a perfect season, but there was one last thing that it would have made it that perfect season, and that was to win the championship. And I think that was on everyone's mind. We weren't going in to finish second, finish third. We were going in to win the championship. Regina Assunta, like Ryan said, there was a team that for some reason, these 2 6-foot goalies, they gave us trouble just scoring on them.
Early in the game, the Lions asserted their dominance, getting numerous shots on net. With only a few seconds remaining in the first period, Justin Oranger scored the first goal of the game, putting the Lions up 1-0 in the first intermission. In the second period, Brandon McInnes-Morris scored off a pass from Alex Maciotra, extending the lead to 2-0. Mark Michaels held up the defensive end, finishing the game with a shutout in a 2-0 victory.
Okay, boys, we had a game plan. We knew how they played. We knew what we needed to do to beat them. And we executed it to a T. All right, so you guys should be very proud of yourselves. Way to kick in the pipes, Michaels. I said it to you before. It's not about what other teams do. It's about what we do, okay? It's about how we execute our game plan. All right, so boys, congratulations. One step, eh?
Everybody kind of knew that we had the chance of being a special team. We had a chance of going all the way. So we knew that we just had to take it one game at a time and really prepare every game like it was our last, because it could have been. So we really just left it out all on the ice.
Oh, pre-game superstitions. Before game time, I would always play the same song and it would just get me going.
Number 1, before every game, an hour and 15 minutes before, I don't talk to anyone. I put on my music and concentrate.
And I always put my left elbow guard on my right arm and my left one on my right. The designers at CCM made a really bad arm piece, so it's like straight and it's really uncomfortable when you wear it on the actual arm it's made for.
My lucky pair of socks. I got my lucky hat. I usually wear the same clothes. I wear the same Under Armour if we're on a winning streak.
The second an hour before a game hits, I'll put in a certain song. No one's allowed to know the name of that song.
I always buy the same veggie chips before every game. I have a granola bar. I always listen to like the same playlist, like the same 4 songs on repeat.
And I'll go into the Gym, I'll go on the bike for 5 minutes, stretch for 7 minutes, go play basketball for 3 minutes.
I wear my yellow sweatshirt that everyone likes to call me out on, and I always listen to the same music, same playlist before the game.
Going into the room 15 minutes before we go on the ice to start playing with the ball. I have to catch it 5 times with my glove, 5 times on my knees.
I always eat one banana before 10 minutes before the game.
5 times hitting my chest, just so I can get in the routine.
I always wait till the last minute to get dressed really fast. That way it feels like I'm getting more amped for the game.
No one can ever put their hand in my catcher.
I got to make sure I don't pass the line where Mark sits here, because or else he gets really mad.
I'm the only one who's allowed to retape my stick.
I always go pee literally a minute before I go on the ice.
I always put my right equipment on before my left.
And those are all my superstitions.
I used to also do this thing where I would hit each side of the boards before I get on the ice twice, but it was kind of just like a waste of time. I kind of dropped that one.
Sort of broke his stick after a while, you know?
Yeah, it's just like cutting at the edge of it.
For the semifinal game, the Lions are competing against Heritage Regional High School. With home ice advantage, the Lions have a large fan base watching with high pressure. Early into the game, Alex DeGagne shot from the blue line, and Justin Oringer deflected the shot to go past the goalie, starting the game with a 1-0 lead. In an attempt to dump the puck to change lines, Josh Hardiman shot the puck towards the crease and managed to get it in the net, putting the Lions up by 2 goals. Despite their numerous attempts, Heritage couldn't get past LCC goalie Mark Michaels. In the third period, Brandon McInnes-Morris deked out the Heritage defenseman and scored a quick goal from behind the net. The Lions won their semifinal game 3-0, with Michaels maintaining a playoff shutout. On Thursday, they play Cooper Academy in the City Championships.
How do we come up with nicknames? Well, both Coach Lano and I are big proponents of nicknames. We've had nicknames through our hockey and athletic careers. His was Mixer when he played pro hockey. Mine was Chats. So I like to have nicknames, if possible, that are a few degrees of separation away from the obvious. One example would be Mark Michaels.
My nickname is Motown.
His initials are Eminem.
So Eminem, the rapper, is from Detroit. Detroit's also known as Motor City,
which is Motown. We always try to come up with some different original ones.
My nickname is Spidey because my last name is Itzkovitz, then Itzy.
Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Then Spider, then Spidey.
And that stuck pretty well. Brandon McInnes-Morris.
I'm big, so Big Mac.
So it was Big Mac or Mac.
And I'm known to hit like a Mack truck.
He blew some people up over the last 2 years. It was fun to watch, but I'm not sure the kids on the receiving end enjoyed it all that much.
As we prepared for that final game, it was not just the quarterfinal and the semifinal, but the practices in between and before the final. The messaging and everything that was discussed with the players was based on confidence. We were a team that at that point had won 15 straight games after Christmas. We were a team that had won all 4 tournaments they played in. We were a team that had lost to Cooper, made adjustments, and then come back and beat them. And so most important to me going into that game was that the guys were all in a very confident state of mind.
I knew there was a lot on the line. A lot of work had been put in. League title in our grasp. Had to take advantage of the opportunity against a fierce rival like Cooper, and 400, 500 people in the building. It was our moment, and we were going to take advantage of it.
Well, going through the championships, when we realized that we would be playing Cooper, everybody they knew that they would be a tough test, and they knew that it wasn't going to be easy, and they weren't going to hand it over to us. And everybody remembered that game where we got blown out, which I think it was 7-2 or 7-3. So everyone had that in the back of their mind.
Boys, 36 games under your belt to prepare for this. That's what we built for. I could not be more confident standing in front of a team I've ever coached. I can say that honestly. It's impossible. I can't be more confident. You guys have put in the work. You guys have been determined. You guys have been committed. You guys play with pride. There's absolutely nothing else I could possibly ask for. No one, no team is more ready for this moment than you guys. You got to take those butterflies and that little bit of nervousness and get it out by moving your legs. Get it out by playing the most committed, determined hockey game you've ever played in your life. The result takes care of itself, I'll tell you right now. The results speak for themselves with this team. Look at what you guys have accomplished, all right? You've peaked at the right time, you're mentally prepared, you're physically prepared. Every single thing we wanted to have fall in place at the right time is there.
Both LCC and Cooper maintained pressure in attempts to secure their first goal. Less than 5 minutes into the game, G scored the first goal off an assist from Justin Oringer. Minutes later, Brandon McInnes-Morris took a wrist shot from the point that found its way into the top left shelf of Cooper's net, extending the Lions' lead to 2-0. Cooper reciprocated, scoring a goal right off the draw to get on the scoreboard at the end of the first period.
We're playing great. Let's reset. They're forechecking hard. We just got to work even harder and smarter in our zone. That's all it is. Take care of our zone, then the offense will come. Okay, boys? Get pucks deep. Let's get pucks to the net.
In the second period, Mark Michaels continuously shut Cooper down, blocking all their shots. Alex DeGagne scored the Lions' third goal, putting them up 3-1.
What do you think they're going to come out with this period? First 5 minutes, they're going to empty the tank. They're going to go for goals. They're going to have guys behind us. D-men, be aware. We're going to try and change every 30 seconds so we get fresh legs on, so be ready. Simple, smart plays, okay? We're up 3-1. The way I look at it, it's a 0-0 game. We don't need to score to win. It's 0-0 game right now. So, we need to keep playing our game, but you need to play with confidence.
Last 15 minutes, let's go!
Ten minutes into the period, Cooper scored their second goal, narrowing the Lions' lead down to 3-2. Just minutes later, Cooper scored again, tying the score with little time left in regulation.
End up giving up the lead in the third, heading to overtime, but I knew it was something we could get over, something we learned from throughout the year.
After giving up 2 goals in the third period, I was really shaky and nervous. Going into overtime, I just thought to myself, it's my last time playing as a Lion, so I had to really give it my all. I might not have shown it, but I was shaking on the inside, knowing 1 goal could end my LCC career without a championship.
The Cooper player had come down. He took a big shot on net. Mark shut the door. It came around the boards. I tried to get my body in front of the D-man, sat him down.
And it was 4-4, so there was a lot of ice to skate. But I just pulled one move. I exploded by him. I used my last bit of energy, and I ended up shooting it far side blocker, and it went in. And the whole world stopped when I scored. I mean, it was unbelievable. I didn't know what to think. I couldn't believe that it actually happened, and it was crazy.
I don't know, I was just so like into it, and I didn't believe it at first. And then when I just saw everyone get up and scream and the whole crowd get so loud, you just jump onto the ice, go chase after Josh, do our huge dog pile that we did. And honestly, it was just the best feeling in the world.
All of a sudden, Hardy got that goal. Just boom, everyone just jumped on the ice. I was the first one to go on the ice, however. Kind of tumbled off the bench.
After the goal scored, I just remember skating down the ice. It was probably the fastest I skated all game. I mean, I was just in the moment, running off adrenaline, and I just got attacked by the whole team. And it was such a good way to end their season, because of the season we had, which was unbelievable. I mean, we lost 2 games all year, tied 1, won 4 tournaments, and now we are the city champs. It was unbelievable. It was a great way to end it.
It's impossible to describe with words the pandemonium that follows when you win a game in overtime, let alone a championship in overtime. I think that when you watch the video of the celebration, it's almost better watched on mute, because you get a true feeling for the elation that comes when you win a game like that.